What's going on, guys, and welcome to part 2 of the collection that I just recently acquired of 60,000 cards that was stored in an attic for 20 plus years. It was found in the attic. The owner decided that they wanted to sell it, and I was the lucky person to be able to acquire it. So far, I have dug through, I would say, 4 of these shoe boxes. I haven't touched any of the long boxes yet. So I still have these shoe boxes here. I have all those shoe boxes. These ones on top. All these long boxes. Come around back here. All these long boxes here. Shoe boxes. Long boxes. Have not touched or looked in any of those yet to see what's in there. Like I said, I went through about 4 of them so far. Some of the binders. I have like a little bit of a system going over here. I have a 5,000 count where I'm just putting vintage cards into, whether it's like vintage football, vintage baseball. As you can see, this is all just different commons that I've been finding. I kind of been trying to put them in set order, but doesn't really have a system just yet because I'm still going through all of the cards. So it will eventually have a system. But here's some of the commons of the vintage that I found, and there's a ton more vintage that I have to go through. This 5,000 count box will be full in no time. I wanted to show you guys these. I didn't show them in the last video. There were just some things that were part of the collection. Some framed photos. All black and white. And then underneath there had some Inside Sports magazines. Very cool vintage magazines. Some of them are in a little bit rough shape. But always cool to have this kind of stuff. Half the time I keep it. Sometimes I sell it. I bulk it up and sell it. But I definitely keep a lot of it. Monday Night Madness. There's some old school 1976 Sports Illustrated, guys. Here's Muhammad Ali. I think I showed you that one. That was in the car on the top. Some just regular Life magazines. This was all just part of the collection. That the guy, he's like, "Oh, do you want these?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's vintage. It's part of history, you know." That's really awesome. So I got all of those, and I got a huge stack of cards that I want to go through. That I'm gonna have to probably pick and choose which ones to show you guys. These are all albums that I either shown you guys in the first part or that I went through and found some good stuff, pulled it out. And then these are the binders right here that I'm going to show you guys right now. All right, let's get into it. All right, here we go. I have a bunch of piles here. This is pile number 1. This is the pile I'm going to show you guys, but I want to show you the other piles here. This pile here and this pile here are all cards that I found inside of this collection so far that are Hall of Famers, superstars, rookie cards of notable players. Just, the more notable cards that I would like to showcase in my collection. But to show you guys all of those would take forever. So I narrowed it down to these cards right here and then those over there as well. So first, I'm going to go through this pile. All right, here we go. Up top here, we got a Brett Favre. So it'll be a nice variety. Some football, mostly baseball, some basketball, but a good variety of cards. We got Florida Hotbed Jim Kelly. Michael Irvin, Florida Hotbed. Steve McNair, rookie. Cordell Stewart, rookie. Terrell Davis rookie. This is a cool one. Frank Thomas Sport Flicks. See if I can get it. There you go. Very cool. Alex Rodriguez Sporting News All-Stars. Ozzie Smith 82 Dunruss. Harmon Killebrew. Thurman Munson. Rolly Fingers. And some of these cards I have multiple of. Like the Rolly Fingers, I had 2, but a lot of these cards that I have in here, I have multiple of. I just put one of each in here. This way the pile wasn't so big. Ricky Henderson. There's another Henderson. This is really cool. Sports Flicks of Alex Rodriguez. Sean C. Billups, Rookie Discovery. I always thought this was cool. Highway 99, Patrick Ewing. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson. Oh, another Magic Johnson running away. Derek Jeter. Mickey Lolich. Ryan Sandberg. Bo Jackson rated rookie. Rusty Staub. Dennis Eckersley. Right here we have Vita Blue Wilbur Wood, Jim Palmer. Yogi Berra. Right here we got a Marino. Here we have a Jerry Rice. Mel Blount. Howie Long. We have a Joe Montana. Rod Carew and Joe Morgan. Harmon Killebrew. Rolly Fingers. Sparky Lyle. Jose Canseco. Rolly Fingers. Jim Rice and George Foster. Jim Rice and George Foster again. Mickey Lolich. There's a couple of those. That's a cool one. Joe Torre. Ralph Garr, Glenn Beckert. Here's a Dion. Dennis Eckersley. Bob Gibson. Sparky Lyle. Joe Morgan. Sparky Lyle again. Joe Torre. Pete Rose, Bill Madlock, and Dave Parker. Joe Necro. Ken Griffey. George Foster. Greg Nettles. Lou Piniella. Ichiro. Is a Superstar Jordan with Magic Johnson. It's a Victory Frank Thomas. We got a Gretzky, a rookie Bobby Holik, Matt Sundin rookie, Sergei Fedorov rookie. There's a Marino. There's a Most Wanted Frank Thomas Upper Deck. All right, I'm gonna straighten these cards out and keep going through them. All right, here we go. Bernie. Another Bernie is a Bo Jackson Rifleman. There's quite a few Bo Jacksons here. I found them all piled up together. There's a rated rookie. But his card's popular both in baseball and football. So whenever I find them, I put them off to the side to keep them for the collection. I have a ton of Bo Jackson cards in my collection. This one's pretty cool. It's another Bernie. We got Eddie Murray, Jim Palmer. There's a cool Mike Piazza that goes from him to a catcher's mask. Then we have a 1969 Rookie Stars Pirates. Ken Griffey, rookie. A second one. And a third one. 1974 Rookie Pitchers. I don't know too much about this player, but these old school cards, when they're in this condition, Rookie Stars of 1959, I always like to save them. Right here we have the infamous card that has certain thing written on the bottom of that bat that's usually blurred out, but it's not here. You have 1, 2, 3 of those Billy Ripkins. Here's a Derek Jeter Eminent. Another old school card in great condition, Bird Hill Aces. Here's another New York Yankees, Norm Seaburn. And another Willie Tasby, Rookie Stars 1959. A lot of times when I find old school cards like that, even if I don't know the player, when they're in that kind of condition, I hang on to them. Here we go. We got Harold Baines. Couple of Harold Baines here. Carlton Fisk. Got Sparky Lyle. There's Jim Rice. Ricky Henderson. Robin Yount. Fergie Jenkins and Leon Durham. Here's Lou Brock. Got Johnny Bench and Dick Allen. It's another Lou Brock. Joe Niekro. Here's a Joe Torre. Move these up here. Yeah, if Jeter making that leaping catch. Here's a really cool Mike Piazza. Big League Beat Jeter. It's a Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver. Reggie Jackson, Willie Stargell. There's another one. Johnny Bench, Gaylord Perry, and Carl Yastrzemski. Steve Carlton and Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver. There's another one of those. Lou Brock. Here we have Steve Carlton. Nolan Ryan, Steve Carlton. We got a Fergie Jenkins. Phil Necro's on there. Vita Blue, Jim Palmer on there. Harmon Killebrew, Frank Robinson, Reggie Smith. That's a cool one. Rolly Fingers, Jim Palmer. We got Jim Palmer again. Nolan Ryan, Steve Carlton, Tom Seaver. Fergie Jenkins. So as you guys can see, it's a lot of older cards, but there's definitely newer cards. I think the person collected up until like 2003. So I think the cards pretty much go up to there. Reggie Jackson, Willie Stargell. Here's a Lou Brock again. P. Rose, Rusty Staub. It's another Ryan and Carlton. Ryan and Carlton. Bench and Allen. We got Mike Schmidt here. Ricky Henderson. Greg Nettles and Mike Schmidt. Gaylord Perry, Steve Carlton. George Foster and Jim Rice. This is a great one. Carl Yastrzemski, Harmon Killebrew, Frank Robinson. Phenomenal. Rod Carew. Got some newer. Sammy Sosa. There is a Future Force Chipper Jones. It's a Gary Sheffield. Here's a Derek Jeter. Ken Griffey. Harold Baines, Mike Schmidt, Paul Monitor, a couple of those. Mark McGuire, Bill Madlock, Joe Carter, Sparky Lyle, Greg Nettles, Harold Baines, Yogi Berra, good to see you, Cecil Cooper, Bill Buckner, Greg Nettles, Sparky Lyle. And then we go into a couple of these, StarQuest. There's a green StarQuest, Alex Rodriguez. Here's a Jeter. A red Ivan Rodriguez. A red Griffey. Green Lofton. A green Maddox. A green Gwynn. Blue Jones. Blue Gwynn. Blue Bonds. Another blue Bonds. There's a blue Piazza. Blue Jeter. Got 3 of those. Then a blue A-Rod. 2 of those. Then we have Sosa. And then last we have Griffey, Got 1, 2, and 3, and 4 of those. So there is one of the piles that I wanted to show you guys of what I found, and now I'm going to get into that pile right up there, which are some of the cards that for me were more notable to showcase. So let's get into it. All right, here we go. Kicking it off right here. #1 draft pick, Chipper Jones, rookie. Another one to add to the collection, a very, very nice shaped Derek Jeter rookie. And we have a Carl Yastrzemski, Mickey Lolich. Here's another one. George Foster. Sandy Alomar 1, 2, 3. Lou Piniella. Joe Necro. Another Necro. Mel Stoudemire. Reggie Jackson, Willie Stargell. Some will be copies from the other pile too. Joe Torre. Ferguson Jenkins. We have Ron Guidry and Gaylord Perry. Then we have Rich Gossage and Rolly Fingers. Then we got a Bob Gibson, Gaylord Perry, and Fergie Jenkins. Very nice. Here's a Tom Seaver. Here's a good one. A little bit messed up. Tom Seaver, Bob Gibson, Fergie Jenkins. And then we get into some basketball. Right here we have a Rookie Discoveries Tim Duncan. Here's an Upper Deck Shaq. Here's a cool little insert for Shaq. Here's another Highway 99 Shaq. And we got my favorite player of all time, Kobe Bryant, Upper Deck. It's another Kobe Bryant, Upper Deck. And then we get into some Jordans. First one here, we have the Heart and Soul Jordan. Jordan in the front, Pippen on the back. A couple of these Jordan cards, a little slippery because they have the sleeves on them. Here's a Highway 99 Jordan. Definitely slippery. Here's an Upper Deck Jordan. NBA Hoops. A couple of those. Jordan with Karl Malone. And last but not least, Jordan Topps. So there is nice piles of cards that I found. Definitely have a ton more cards to go through, so I'm going to have a ton more of these in future videos that I have for this collection. But now let's get into some of the binders. Here we go. Here are the binders. So these are some of the newer cards that I found. Half the binders were like newer. By newer, I mean like not so new, but definitely not from the 80s. Right here we got a Griffey, Giambi right up top, Johnny Damon, Barry Bonds, Giambi, Manny Ramirez. There we go. Some nice Derek Jeter right there. Coopertown Calling, Tony Gwynn, Bagwell, Ripken, Biggio, Ripken, Ivan Rodriguez. Oh, there's another nice Jeter right up there. Power Rally. And here's some of these Paramount 2000 cards. It's a bunch of these. So Ricky Henderson looks like a parallel of this set. Maybe right there's another one. Alfonso Soriano. We got some Ovation cards. Maybe they're trying to complete the full set because I could see skip spots. There's a Jeter, Bernie. There's an Alex Rodriguez. We got Frank Thomas here, Troy Glaus, Sammy Sosa, Mike Piazza, Griffey, Randy. These are different. Griffex. Interesting. Is it? Oh, that's a nice one. Futuristics right there. Eric Munson. Some Ionics cards. McGuire there in the middle. Bonds down here. Futuristics card again. What do we have here? Remember, if you guys see anything that I don't point out, it's because I'm looking through the phone, so it might be a little bit hard for me to see. Is that an actual auto? Yeah. Pablo Ozuna. Yeah, Tino. Jose Canseco up there. And that's it for binder number 1. Now we move into binder number 2. Ruben Sierra down here. Let's see, Bobby Bonilla. Bo Jackson, George Bell. Barry Larkin, Craig Biggio. Harold Baines, Dwight Gooden, Darryl Strawberry, let's see what we have here. There's a Bill Buckner. Dave Parker up top. These are the kind of books where the pages get stuck to pain in the neck. Del Murphy. Bunch of these Sports Flicks cards. Right here we have Del Murphy, Bill Madlock, Pete Rose, Dave Parker, another one. And Dave Parker, Wade Boggs. Oh wait, that's on the next page. Okay, it was on this page. So yeah, George Bowe, I got those. The Boggs again. Dale Murphy, Tim Raines, Ricky Henderson up there. Oh, we will see Ricky Henderson again in a minute. Cecil Fielder. What do we got here? Mike Hargrove, Bill Madlock, Rusty Staub, Jason Thompson, Ken Urbach, Gary Carter, Greg Nettles, Frank Robinson up top, Harold Baines down here, 2 of them. It's hard to see which one's on which page. We got a bunch of Eric Davises here. Right here we have Fergie Jenkins, Bobby Bonds, Ozzie Guillen, Willie Stargell, Greg Nettles, Bruce Sutter, Gary Carter, Phil Necro. Some of these cards, Roberto Clemente, Darryl Strawberry, Gary Carter. Here. Henderson again. And Joe Carter's there. All right, that's book number 2. Book number 3. Here we have some Top Stadium Chrome cards. It's a nice Jeter up there. Alfonso Soriano. Sammy Sosa up top. Clemens. Jeter. Schilling. Nick Johnson. Roberto Alomar. Troy Glaus. Larry Walker, Chuck Knobloch. Yeah, a nice Piazza and that's a really nice Jeter. Focus Pocus Derek Jeter. Very cool. Pedro Martinez. What do we have here? Alright. Seems like they were going for a complete set here. This is Mark McGwire. Yeah, definitely going for a complete set. And doing a pretty good job of it. Moving into the Mystique. Derek Jeter right here. There's another Jeter up here. Giambi. Edgar Martinez. Pedro Martinez up top. Manny Ramirez. I do like the style of these ones, these Mystique cards. I have some of them in my collection. Jim Edmonds. That looks like it might be a parallel move on. We have Nick Johnson, rookie here. We got another Jeter. There's a Pedro. Sean Casey. Todd Helton. All right, and now on to the last binder that everybody was pointing out in the previous video that I decided to showcase. Here we go. There is your Rickey Henderson rookie card right there on the front. Oh, Rickey Henderson. This one's going to be by player. I know everybody noticed this card when I was flipping through the binders in the part 1 of this. So there he is, Rickey Henderson rookie. You got a bunch more Hendersons. Back and front. Moves over into Reggie Jackson. Some more Reggie. Then we move over into Harmon Killebrew. It's a nice one up there. Then we got some Greg Maddux. We got some rated rookies up top. I remember before I started getting collections, I was hunting that card. And now I got a bunch of them. Don Mattingly. Some good 87s up there. Right here we have Juan Marichal. Going into McGwire. Tons of McGwire. Then we're moving into Jack Morris. Some on the back there. Then into Eddie Murray. Back and front. tons of Eddie Murray cards here. There you go, that's a good one. Into Rafael Palmeiro. Got some Jim Palmer. Good one up there. Into Tony Perez. And that's it. Alright guys, this video was also pretty long, just like my previous video, but I still have a ton more. I'm still sorting through all of this right here, and then I'm sorting through all of that there. But actually, let me show you these. I did not show you these yet. We have some 1969. These are 69. 1969 NBA Topps cards. The tall cards. Got Randy Smith, John Drew, Alvin Hayes, Jimmy Walker, Alvin Adams, Mike Newlin, Elmore Smith, Jim Jones, David Thompson, Paul Silas, Billy Poultz, Austin Carr, Brian Winters, Lou Hudson, Steve Krubisky, Geoff Petrie, Tom Boyerwinkle, Lloyd Free, Leonard Gray, Scott Weidman, Fred Carter, Ed Ratliff, Junior Bridgman, Ron Boone, second one, Tom Henderson, Rich Jones, Doug Collins, Calvin Murray, Leonard Robinson, Phil Chenier, Mike Reardon, Chris Ford, Glenn McDonald, George McGinnis, Bob McAdoo, Gail Goodrich, Steve Mix. And I don't know a lot of these players because these was from the 1960s, so by the time I was born, a lot of them had already stopped playing. Kevin Porter, Earl Monroe, Dave Cowens. So if you guys know anything about any of these players that I'm going through here, please let me know. Dick Van Arsdale, Charlie Scott, Dave Myers, John Gianelli, Billy Cunningham, Spencer Haywood, Paul Silas, Jim Brewer, Sam Lacey, Jamal Wilkes, Otto Moore, Bob Lanier, Randy Smith, All-Star, Mike Gale, Bobby Smith, Paul Westphal, Keith Erickson, Ken Charles, Brian Taylor, Phil Smith, George Gervin, Artis Gilmore, I do know that, Rick Barry, Jerry Sloan, Moses Malone, Phil Jackson. Look at that. That's awesome. Phil Jackson playing basketball for the Knicks. And we got Julius Erving, Topps All-Star, first team. We have a second one of those. Then we have the Julius Erving card. And last but definitely not least, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Totally forgot to show you guys those. I know a lot of people pointed them out in the previous video, but yeah, so you can imagine how much fun I'm having going through this collection. I still have a ton more long boxes, a ton more of the shoe boxes to go through. I've went through pretty much all of the binders, showed you what I found in there, but I still have a ton more. So there will be a part 3 to this collection. I think part 3 should be the last one, but there could be a part 4 depending on how much I find. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content, and if you want to stay up to date with future videos about this collection and other collections, go check out my previous videos. I've found many other really great collections that I've made videos and series about here on this channel. So make sure you go back and watch those videos. If you haven't seen part 1 to this video, go check it out. It's the video right before this one, so you can see what I found in that one. But yeah, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.